Panama. The name conjures images, big ships, shady deals, a famous hat that isn't even from here. It's a place built on transit, a thin strip connecting continents and oceans. For centuries, Panama was a place you passed through, not a destination. Gold, pirates, spies, and fortunes have all left their mark here. The history is complicated, brutal, and fascinating. A crossroads for global business. But that's just the postcard version. On the ground, the air is thick with change. The Panama of 2025 is rewriting its own rules. The crossroads remain, but the people are looking in new directions, asking, what does it mean to be Panamanian when the world is always at your door? The past and future are in constant conversation here. Gleaming skyscrapers cast shadows over crumbling colonial buildings. Global finance thrives next to deep poverty, a land of contradictions. We came not just for the canal, but to understand a country grappling with its identity. This journey is about finding the untold stories in fishing villages, rainforests, and among people who've called this isthmus home for generations. We're here to pull back the curtain on Panama 2025, to see what lies beneath the surface of this complex, beautiful, deeply human place. It's a story of struggle, resilience, and the search for a future that belongs to everyone. Stick around. This one gets interesting. Panama City hits you like a shot of cheap rum. Aggressive, chaotic, alive. The skyline is a futuristic jumble of glass and steel, each tower outdoing the next. Money flows here like water through the canal, and in 2025, it's a torrent. Walk the streets, and you'll hear the city's real soundtrack, jackhammers, cranes, and the hum of progress. The city is growing, but not everyone is comfortable with what's underneath. I met Hector, a taxi driver. More towers, more traffic. The city gets richer, but my wallet gets thinner. Prosperity is the official story, but the gap between rich and poor keeps growing. This gleaming city is built on contradictions, opportunity and inequality side by side. The question is, who gets to enjoy the ride, and who's just watching from the curb? The Darien Gap, 100 kilometers of dense, unforgiving jungle between Panama and Colombia. Once a place for adventurers and outlaws, it's now a highway of desperation. Hundreds of thousands cross it, fleeing poverty and violence from as far as Africa and Asia. These aren't statistics, they're families, children, risking everything for a chance at a better life. They face snakes, floods, and criminal gangs. Many arrive in Panama broken and traumatized. Reception camps are overwhelmed, struggling to provide even basic care. This is Panama's untold humanitarian crisis. It's testing the conscience of a nation and the world. The Darien is a mirror, reflecting the world's hopes, fears, and failures. It's happening right now, on Panama's doorstep. The world is watching. But is it listening? Casco Viejo, the historic heart of Panama City. Once a crumbling slum, now a UNESCO World Heritage Site buzzing with life. Investors transform decaying buildings into boutique hotels and rooftop bars. On the surface, it's a success story. But families who gave the neighborhood its soul are being squeezed out by skyrocketing rents. This is the price of preservation. Saving buildings, losing people. The soul of the place is fading, becoming a beautiful shell. The struggle for Casco's soul continues. What happens here could happen anywhere. Bocas del Toro, a Caribbean postcard of turquoise water, jungles, and a laid-back vibe. Once a haven for backpackers and surfers, now flooded with tourists and big money. Foreign investors buy up land. Luxury resorts rise on once pristine beaches. The ecosystem is under pressure. Coral reefs stressed, mangroves cleared. The beauty that draws people here is threatened by their arrival. I spoke with Juan, a local boat captain. Too many boats, too many people. The reefs are dying. The fish are disappearing. What will be left for my children? Tourism is his livelihood, but it's also destroying the environment he depends on. It's the classic story of killing the golden goose. Conservation groups and activists are fighting back, promoting sustainable tourism and protecting reefs. But it's an uphill battle against powerful business interests and a government focused on development. Bocas del Toro stands at a crossroads. Continue unchecked growth and risk losing everything, or find a way to balance tourism with preservation. The future of this paradise hangs in the balance. The choices made now will decide what's left for the next generation. Paradise isn't just a postcard, it's a responsibility, and the clock is ticking. The world is watching. Will Bocas choose wisely, or will it become just another cautionary tale? The answer is still unwritten, but the stakes couldn't be higher. Leave the coast and climb into the mountains. Welcome to Chiriquí, Panama's breadbasket. Cool air, green hills, coffee plantations, and fertile volcanic soil. Almost everything on your plate in Panama City starts here. Boquete, the Highland Jewel, has drawn retirees and expats, changing the town's character. Money and jobs have come, but so has a cultural divide. On a family coffee farm, Carlos showed me his prized geisha beans. This land is our life, but it's getting harder. The climate is changing. My children want city jobs. Chiriquí faces a challenge: how to keep farming alive and attractive for the next generation. There are hopeful signs: chefs in Panama City championing local ingredients, building bridges between city and countryside. The future of the country depends on the health of its soil and its farmers. Chiriquí's story is one of tradition, change, and resilience. The land feeds the nation, but who will feed the land? The answer will shape Panama's future, and maybe ours too. The San Blas Islands, Guna Yala, home of the Guna people. Nearly 400 islands, a world away from Panama City's skyscrapers. The Guna live much as they have for centuries, but climate change is closing in. Rising seas threaten their low-lying islands. Every year, the tides get higher. The Guna are among the world's first climate refugees, planning a move to the mainland. It's a heartbreaking choice: abandon ancestral islands to survive. On Gardi Sugdub, a leader told me, "The sea was our friend, now it's our enemy. We don't want to leave, but we must." The Guna's story is a local warning of a global crisis. What's happening here will happen elsewhere. The world should pay attention. The Guna are fighting to preserve their culture, even as they lose their land. Their resilience is a lesson for us all. The future is uncertain, but their spirit endures, and their story is far from over. Panama City is a place of walls, some visible, some invisible. Gleaming coastal parks stand just blocks from forgotten neighborhoods like El Chorrillo and Curundú. These areas are poor, crowded, and often violent, but full of life and community. This is the Panama City that doesn't make the brochures. I met Sofia, a community organizer. People see only danger. They don't see our talent, our resilience. We deserve the same opportunities. Her work is a small act of defiance against deep inequality. The city's prosperity hasn't been shared. The gap between rich and poor is a ticking time bomb. Extreme wealth and poverty can't coexist forever. Panama can build all the skyscrapers it wants, but if it doesn't bridge this divide, its success is fragile. The invisible lines are the hardest to cross, but they must be crossed. The city's future depends on it, and so does the country's. So, what do you make of Panama? It's a country that defies easy labels: breathtaking beauty, heartbreaking inequality, innovation, and tradition. It's the crossroads of the world, but also at a crossroads in its own history. The next few years will define its future. Will it be for all or just a select few? The people I met, Hector, Maria, Roberto, Juan, Carlos, the Guna leader, Sofia, are the real story. They're the human face behind the headlines, navigating change and searching for their place. There's no simple conclusion. Panama is messy, real, and asks tough questions about progress and justice. It's a microcosm of global challenges, climate change, migration, inequality. The future is uncertain, but in the resilience of its people, there's hope. This is just one journey into Panama's heart. There are a million more stories waiting. If you want to keep exploring the world's parts unknown, hit subscribe. There's always another story, another meal, another drink, just around the corner. And you're always welcome at the table. Thanks for watching. Until next time, stay curious.